love you so much. You were
I don't know if anybody's noticed, but there's a panda sitting in here. He's pretty awesome. I thought it was Yugi for a minute. Anyone have any other questions? Way at the back, gentlemen. The knight.
Tell us about your typical day.
My typical day. That is a good question. I've never had that one before. My typical day is I wake up, I make breakfast. I try not to wake my wife because she'll get very angry at me if I do. If I have something to edit, I will try doing a few hours of editing in the morning. It's a pretty boring schedule. I mean, maybe I'll hang out with my friends and do some tabletopping. I mean, I don't actually have a regular job right now. I just moved out here. I don't know if you guys knew that. I just moved to LA, but I'm trying. But it's not a very interesting life. I mean, just talk to myself into a microphone every so often. Pretend that I'm an Egyptian guy. Were you hoping that it was exciting, that I challenge people to a duel? I send more people to the Shadow Realm before 9 o'clock than you do within a whole day. No, the Shadow Realm.
What the hell, man? What's the actual hell?
You guys are crazy.
Yes, we are.
Which generation of Yu-Gi-Oh is your favorite, and what's your favorite story arc in that generation?
Oh, yeah, honestly, I would always have to go back to the original, well, not the original is Season 0, but Duel Monsters is probably I assume that's what you mean by generation. Yeah, Duel Monsters is my favorite just because I love those characters. They're the first ones that I was introduced to in the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. I like 5Ds a lot. I like to tease 5Ds by saying card games on motorcycles a lot. But having said that, it's got some really, really strong characters and storylines, and the first 2 seasons are some of the best Yu-Gi-Oh's ever been. But Duel Monsters I'll always go back to just because I like the feeling of, like, the ancient Egypt stuff has sort of, like, it exists in our reality, and it's got sort of a mythical, I don't know, it's interesting. I don't really find GX all that interesting. Wouldn't you like to go to school with all these crazy people? Maybe. But, and Zexal or Zeal, I haven't really, nothing really grabs me about that, unfortunately. I mean, I tried, I watched a few episodes. I hear that if you keep going, it's great, but I don't know. But Duel Monsters, definitely my favorite storyline. Battle City is really good. Battle City is probably one of my favorites just because of all the characters being involved and having something to do. And I kind of was introduced, like I said earlier, I was introduced to the show around that time, so it's kind of got, you know, I've got a soft spot for it. But other than that, I can't really think of anything. I mean, Pegasus, Duelist Kingdom, he's a great villain. But I think Battle City will always take the cake. Pegasus is a great villain. What are you laughing at?
He was voiced by James from Pokemon, guys. Come on.
No. Pegasus. No, Darren Dunstan. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were saying that.
Eric Stewart was James from Pokemon, who is Kaiba.
Yeah. And Ross.
Who is also awesome.
And Bastion, and Gory from Slayer.
Let's just name them.
A lot of people.
You know it's his panel.
Young lady in the grey jacket.
One of the things I noticed in your episodes, you like to put in song parodies and songs a lot. So I was wondering, would you ever do like an episode as a musical?
Yes, I would love to do an episode as a musical. If it wouldn't piss
for the
off a large
bikers.
number of my fans that would want to see it done straight, I would want to do a musical episode. In fact, for a long time, I wanted to do a full-on half-an-hour Yu-Gi-Oh musical that retold the story of Duelist Kingdom, and it was going to use various like Broadway and like show tunes and stuff.
That would be
awesome. I know, right?
You should do it. Do it.
Pegasus sings from Sweet Transvestite. It was gonna. I had this idea in my head. And
Joey should sing "If I Was a Rich Man." Brilliant.
My favorite song from the whole thing was going to be Tristan singing "The Sun Will Come Out." I told you I was right about the sun. But I wanted to do it, and I wanted to make it like I was going to write it as a half-an-hour thing that. I wanted it to be something that people could take to conventions and do in cosplay. Like, they wouldn't even need me to be involved. They'd just take the music and perform it whenever they wanted. And I wanted to do that. And I just got sidetracked by so many things, like Naruto and stuff.
Alright, okay.
Yes. Yes.
How do you feel about puppy shipping?
How do I feel about puppy shipping? I feel the same way I do about any shipping. I think it's, you know, people's right to ship who they want to ship. And I mean, I ship certain characters with other characters, and I'm sure you guys will ask about that. But you ship puppies and boxes. What do you mean? Yo, you ship them to other people in boxes. That was 4 kids bad. But yeah, I respect people's right to ship the characters, and I actually think it's cool that people take an interest in, you know, that sort of thing. But I mean, I don't really think that. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know if I could imagine Joey and Kyber being in any kind of relationship.
They kind of hate each other.
I don't know. I don't know. Kisara could work maybe if circumstances were different. Young man right there in the red. Oh no, sorry, it was the gentleman behind you. Sorry.
On the topic of Naruto, with the fact that I think it was Masako and
Yes.
but they were going to do the Naruto Bridge movie.
Yes. Oh, you're opening a can of worms right now. Keep going.
Yes. They kind of took a while to happen, and then all of a sudden, in a few weeks or so, you made your own Naruto Bridge movie.
Yes.
Theirs out.
Well, they didn't finish theirs. So.
But like, how? And you did an excellent job, by the way. But
Thank you.
how did the other guys feel about how did the other guys?
Masako loved it. Masako loved my Naruto spoof movie, and I was very proud of it. And I genuinely didn't do it just to to take the, make fun of them. I did it because I had an idea, and I actually saw the guys saying, if other people want to abridge Naruto this movie before we do, go right ahead. And I was like, okay, cool, yeah, absolutely, I'll take up the reins on that. And from what I could tell, Masako genuinely enjoyed it. I have no idea what Vegeta thinks. He's never really told me, but I get the feeling he doesn't like it.
You give a pretty good relationship, so
Yeah.
that's cool. It's just like, whoa, he just sort of blew it out of the water so quickly. It's like, whoa.
I had a good idea, so I ran with it, and that's about it. But yeah, it's fun. Sorry, you had a question as well.
You know, I think you give Zexel that interesting because now it's children playing a tedious card game instead of the adults.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, I've always called it a children's card game, and it's more of a joke than anything. But I do think it's interesting that in Zexal it's more the younger characters. I think really what puts me off about Zexal is it feels kind of like a retread, and it feels kind of like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're using the little augmented reality things to pretend that there are holograms there. It feels kind of like a step back technology-wise. Giant holograms that look amazing and are actually playing a little screen that pretends that they're there. I don't know. It just seems a little, I don't know. I don't really like the art style that much, so I love some of the original Yu-Gi-Oh art. I think Takahashi is a genius as far as the art in the books. I just bought one of the Yu-Gi-Oh official art books, which was awesome. But 5Ds looks fantastic. GX, it looks okay. Zexal, I can't look at it. It looks like somebody puked on the screen. I'm sorry.
There's a
I just make it extreme. Puke is extreme. Yeah, I think you've got something there, yeah. Sailor, which Sailor Scout are you? Uranus, yes.
Rolling over me,
I would definitely consider doing another 5Ds video, but here's the crazy thing. You know the guy who did the voice of Yusei? Yeah, As Your Crow. He actually wrote a script for his own 5Ds abridged, and I voiced Jack in it, and I was like, this is really funny. You should totally run with it. He hasn't made it, and it's been like 7 months. And I know that things get in the way. I certainly delay projects every so often, but his script was really good, and I was really looking forward to seeing it. But it's not been made yet. I'm kind of tempted to say to him, "Do you want me to edit this for you? Because I'd like to see it."